What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another weekly update. Hope everybody's having a lovely Christmas day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, so we're going to start off with the weekly time frame, then we're going to go to the daily, then we're going to go to the 4 hour, then the 1 hour, and then we can briefly talk about the monthly charts because we do cover the macro perspective in these weekly updates here. We like to really see where we are going in the longer scheme of things, but also where we're going in the shorter scheme of things. So stay tuned. All right, so starting off with the weekly chart, we're going to start off with Mr. VIX right here. All right, yes, we did break out of this wedge. We do have these targets on the board, but you do have your stochastic crossing down. You have your CCI hinge down. You have your RSI hinge down as well. But keep in mind, all right, keep in mind, we can have one week where VIX goes down here. But don't get it twisted. These targets will be met. All right. And in my personal opinion, on this leg, guys, we are going to see VIX. It's probably going to be climbing pretty freaking fast. All right, whenever that point is, that turning point here. All right, which likely will be around this 390 to 392 zone here, or it will be this gap fill here at 396.31 on SPY. That will likely be when we see VIX start turning up. All right, but in the meantime, we do have VIX showing momentum is weakening for next week. All right, and then we come over to SPX, so the exact opposite of VIX. And if you guys don't know what VIX is literally an oscillator of the derivatives market of the S&P 500. All right, so the technicals, they're not as precise as we have and accurate as we got going on here on SPY and QQ. Well, SPY and QQ. But they still do help us get that bigger picture point of view. All right, so which is why we always include VIX in our analysis here on the channel. All right, but SPX, you have your stochastic hinging up, getting ready to cross next week. But again, don't get it twisted. S&P 500 is going lower, and VIX will reach those targets that I just mentioned. But yeah, you do have your CCI hinge down while your stochastic is going up. You have a little divergence there between your momentum oscillators. You come over here to QQQ. You have the same exact scenario. And I will say QQ has fallen pretty dang quick here. We literally almost, we got like $10 away from lows. Oh, no, $6 away from lows. Yeah, $6 to $7 away from lows there in the span of 3 weeks here. Whereas every other time we came down to hit lows, it took like a while. All right. Well, I mean, here it actually did take 5 weeks to go from top to there. But here we did that in 3 weeks. So that is, well, actually 2 weeks. If we're actually looking at this, look, you hit your top here. Yeah, that is pretty violent stuff right here. And then over here, I think it actually took 7 to 8 weeks. So, I mean, I'm serious about what I'm saying, guys. We are about to have the most violent leg down, and then the most likely the most violent recovery that we have seen the whole bear market. So a lot of money is about to be made, guys. A lot of money is about to be made. If you guys saw that, if you guys thought that was quick, just wait for what comes next. All right, you're going to see this rebound, this counter trend that we've been prepping you guys for. You're going to see that. We're going to re-enter puts, and boom, we're going to be able to ride a more violent wave down. And it's going to be sexy. I'm excited. But yeah, on DIA's weekly chart, you do have your stochastic crossing up from overbought territory. So, I mean, keep in mind, guys, where you are. All right, no bottom is here. Okay, if DIA is like, even though, I mean, you got your stochastic getting ready to cross up from this middle range over here, where DIA is. All right, DIA barely has fallen yet. All right, so I mean, keep that in mind. Also, guys, DIA is something that I've been watching because it is literally the thing that broke highs here, whereas no other index did. All right, so we are going to have to see what happens at the lows. Maybe it is going to be the only index to hold lows. I don't know what's going to happen. Again, no crystal ball, but just something to pay attention to. Maybe by the time we get down here in double bottom, maybe that does mark our low here on SPX, which is SPY, and maybe it marks our QQ bottom. I don't know. I do not know. But yeah, moving on. Well, actually, we can look at DXY's weekly chart here. Keep in mind, guys, this is likely to go on a rip. All right. I don't know when it's going to start. All right. But it's probably going to be when the market is moving down. So yes, we're probably going to have this counter trend for like the next week or so. So this short trading week, I think we have, we don't trade on Monday. I feel like we also have a shortened day on Friday. I don't know why. But maybe it is just Monday. All right, maybe we just have 4 trading sessions this week. So either way, guys, expect less volume this week. But again, this is nothing less than the counter trend that we have been preparing for you guys for. Sorry about that. You guys just saw the code for this page. And yeah, I mean, guys, we showed you guys the put to call ratio on in Thursday's video of Wednesday, and then boom, look what happened Thursday. We went down and hit our bottom. I made sure I recorded that video earlier that day because I saw something happening on the charts that I wanted to make the projection for. Like, hey, you're probably going to start bouncing here. And yeah, we literally went down to QQ support, and literally that is where we bounced off of. That took place on Thursday, and then we did end up going down there again on Friday, and buyers ended up holding you. So that was pretty good. That is pretty solid, right? And I'm just going to say it right now, guys. When you have these things going on, all right, when you have the put to call ratio skyrocketing, going to a height that it hasn't gone ever. It's literally never been there. It wasn't there in the dot-com bubble. It wasn't there in the '08 crash, right? When you have it doing this, all right, first of all, just know that this derivatives market that we're currently living in and trading in, all right, it's absolutely psychotic, all right? It is full of gamblers. That is basically that is likely what is causing these massive spikes, all right? People are trying to catch a crash. All right, that is what is taking place. But when you have it going like that, that is literally just showing you so many people are heavy on puts right now that the dealers are going to be making no money unless they also short the market. They can make money. All right, but they would have to flip short, and you would actually have one hell of a sell-off because you would have the already short interest on the market pushing the market down as puts gotten the money. Then the dealers have to hedge for those, and boom, they're now shoving the market down even more. And then to also not have to pay these people out and actually make money on their end, they now also have to flip short and make money to the downside. So then you have a self-fulfilling prophecy to the downside. All right, so I mean, this type of setup can give you one hell of a sell-off, one hell of a short squeeze. But in my personal opinion, the dealers make way more money if you end up squeezing out these shorts, and then they just, go short with the market when, we end up ending the counter trend, and then they can just ride it down while way less people in the market are making money off the dealers then. That's the most logical scenario, in my personal opinion. I don't think the dealers are just going to let this thing fall off a cliff and everyone's making money. I don't think that is going to be the case. I think we're going to have one hell of a shocker to the upside. That's going to squeeze out a ton of shorts, and then I do think we're going to resume the selling. All right? So, guys, just know, like, when you have the put-to-call ratio doing that, all right, and when you also just have everyone getting all bearish or everyone getting all bullish, that's when you have... I really don't want to say it. I don't want to be mean to anyone. I really do not. I don't. All right? But I'm going to say this in, like, the nicest way possible. These are the people who have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. These are when they're going to come out and try warning everyone and their mothers that they're about to get wrecked. Even though you had... Let me just point this out for you. Okay, so you have... Coming and keep in mind, I had some of these people, and I'm sorry if you're in my fault. I'm sorry. I'm not a mean person. I'm just saying things exactly how they are here, and we're in a zero-sum game, so guaranteed there are going to be a lot of people getting wrecked here in the top 1% or the top 0.01%, whatever it is in the market. Those are the people making money. I'm trying to be those people on the channel, so if I gotta say things that's gonna hurt some people's feelings, here you go. Okay, here you go. You got a lot of people coming out of the woodworks. Right when these are the people who have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, you have your oscillators, your weekly oscillators all the way up here. You have DIA's oscillators up here, VIX's oscillators that are cycle lows down here, hinging up as it's in a falling wedge, as it's, well, it wasn't approaching this trend line. We did approach several trend lines, and actually I think we did end up breaking it, but either way, you had that. You come over here to the daily time frame, you come over here to SPY. Okay, you have your golden pocket here, you have your trend line resistance here, you had gap fill resistance here at what was it, 408 or whatever. So you have gap, was it 408? Yeah, 408. You also what did you have? You had your 200 freaking MA coming up here, which is literally what marked the exact top last time. You had all these factors coming into play. Oh, keep in mind, you had a triple bearish divergence going on SPY. You had the same exact thing going on QQ. You had a quadruple or a quintuple bearish divergence going on DIA as this is happening. So keep in mind, guys, every single time we have one of these scenarios, which is going to pretty much wreck one side, you're going to have people coming out trying to warn each other. All right. So just like silence the noise, focus on the charts. That's my message. Focus on the charts. Silence the noise from the people who have no idea what they're talking about. They're going to keep coming out. It's guaranteed going to happen. All right. But I'm going to do my best to be on the complete other side of that trade every single time. So I promise you guys that is my goal here. That is literally the only goal here. So if I have to say some things that aren't just not so nice about some people, like, guys, just know, like, this is because I'm trying to guide the vast majority of my followers to financial freedom here. Like, straight up. That's how it is. All right. But yeah, guys, you are, in my personal opinion, you very clearly have a bounce forming. All right. And that's just, it's exactly what I was just saying. There's going to be one side of people who just don't see it at all. There's going to be the other people, me, who are sitting there, like, you know, doing the thing about it. All right. And then you're going to have that side warning the people who are doing the thing about it that they're about to be wrecked. And then they're likely not about to get wrecked. They're likely about to avoid being wrecked. All right. Just saying, guys. All right. If you got puts, all right, you had one hell of a sell-off here. You are about to have your counter trend. So oscillators can reset. So momentum can reset. So then we can have sellers having room to come back into the downside. Right now, the sellers just got exhausted. That's all your CCI is showing us. All right. These bullish divergence, that's all it's showing us. The momentum to one side of the trade is getting exhausted. All right. So it has to pause. It has to regain its breath. All right, so that is, yeah, I guess that's not TA. What we just covered, that's not TA at all. This market psychology, all right? You have to, like, this literally is all psychology. That you have to master the psychology of money in the market, because that's literally all it is. It's literally like, oh, these people get squoze. Oh, those people get squoze. It's literally a continuous cycle, all right? That's all. Everyone was getting bearish, including myself on this candle right here. Now, I had a logical reason to be going short here. CPI came in at the hottest read all year, showed that the Fed was doing absolutely nothing. There you go, all right? But then algos came in and literally squozed the market, and that's what I'm talking about, all right? When charts are setting something up, it doesn't matter what's going on, all right? Charts are going to prevail. Silence the noise, focus on the charts, all right? But yeah, on the daily time frame, you do have a bullish divergence on literally every single indice, all right? All four major indices, you have a bullish divergence going on. You have the same thing on QQQ. You have the same thing on DIA. You have the same thing on IWM. You also have a bullish divergence going on DXY. So that is something to note. And when DXY goes up, that thing goes down. I think DXY is about to start popping off after we finish this counter trend rally, or it's going to pop off with the counter trend rally, signaling that, hey, this thing's getting sold off. We are also going to have to pay attention to the bond market. The bond market also continuously calls BS. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. The bond market continuously calls BS and, like, agrees with what is going on the chart. So that is also something I am going to be watching, because, yeah, I've seen it several times over this bear market where they have literally called BS on a move that's taking place. And yeah, that's like a precursor to the move that is going to be taking place. But yeah, so those are just some things I'm going to be watching. You did rise off of declining volume here today, so that is something to note. Now, I will say you traded pretty dang flat all day, and it was a Friday. So keep in mind, all right, you do have, like, Christmas. People are, like, on the edge of their seats, like, hey, Christmas rally, no Christmas rally, let me just sit it out. That is what I think caused the low volume, all right? But I do believe if you do get any type of sell-off, all right, what I'm going to be watching is for declining volume, all right? Because that's also going to be another precursor to a pending rug pull, just like the bond market thing I was just telling you guys about, all right? And you guys could be watching TLT. You guys can watch the 30-year yield. I recommend watching the 2-year yield, honestly. Like, if you're going to watch anything and just have it always up, 2-year yield. That's literally your inflation expectations is the 2-year yield. So that's what the federal funds rate will continuously chase, is the 2-year yield. So it's just a little golden tidbit in there, you know? But yeah, you have your stochastic crossing up. It has been doing some crazy shit back here. Cross down, cross up. You got VIX is crossing down. All right. VIX. So VIX, our CCI is hinged down. Stochastic is crossing down. RSI is hinged down. You're kind of in this middle range. Remember back over here, I told you guys that the VIXs and SPY's CCIs were in the exact same spot. One of them was going to need to have a move. All right. VIX ended up having that move, moved up, which allowed SPY to get more oversold and form this this bullish divergence here, which I do believe is about to give us a counter trend. There is that. So now let's go over the 4-hour charts. All right, let's go over those, and then we will touch on the monthly charts in a little bit to talk about what is ultimately coming. All right, because there's something that is setting up here on the monthly charts that we don't get this opportunity very often. So we're going to be taking, well, I'm going to be taking advantage of it. All right, and I am taking advantage of it mostly in shares of Mara. I'm going to be going very heavy into Mara because, listen, guys, there's a chance I'm wrong, all right? And there's a chance, like, hey, it's not the bottom. And then if that's the case, guys, I'll just have 50K in Mara, and I could just, like if I get to throw 50K in Mara at 250, all right, boom, I'm set. I will just sit there waiting, all right? I will just wait until Mara goes back to $10, and there you go. There's 200K. All right, there's 200K. Even though whenever the short squeeze does take place, Mara is likely going to go back up to the $20 to $30 range and blow past where it stalled out before, because we are going to be having the whole market short squeeze. So it's going to be very explosive. But all in all, let's get back to the 4-hour charts. All right, clear as day, you do have this bottoming tail right there off of your last support zone until you come back down to lows. I mean, you lose that and you really are coming back down to lows. You don't have anything else besides this. All right. You can kind of go like that. You could have two different zones here, I guess. Now we're taking it off. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. We will just hold it like that. It doesn't really matter. No reason to complicate things. And guys, TA really is pretty easy. You guys see exactly what I'm doing here. I'm literally a guy just looking at what is in front of me on the chart and sharing it with you guys. That is TA. All right, that is all it is. And look, guys, it's been working out for months now. All right, like almost picture perfect. Do you see how simple what I'm doing here is? I hope you guys are learning from it. This is all I want. I want a whole army of chartists, okay, a whole army of just TA technicians. All right, but yeah, you did end up forming that bullish divergence here. You had a very slight one, but then you also had this massive one stemming from all the way over there right onto your support zone right there, which did lead me to believe, hey, you are going to be getting that bounce. Now I will say, when I was watching this 4-hour divergence happen, and I was watching the 1-hour bullish divergences happen, I didn't even have the support zone on my chart. I just saw that the charts were the CCI was suggesting, hey, someone's going to be taking their foot off the tiger, lion's neck, panther's neck, whatever you want to, whatever your spirit animal is, right? Whoever was holding the market back, they were going to stop holding the market back. And I think that is what we have loading for next week. All right. There is a chance that we do end up going lower before that happens. All right. Now, if we do get that move lower, I don't think it is going to be much lower. I think it's going to probably come right back down to this level. We're probably going to bounce right here in this box. All right. But the only reason I say we could be going lower is because you do have your hourly CCI all the way up there already, and your stochastic is right there with it. And, you know, that could mean we are going to end up seeing these things cycle back down briefly in the morning. And then we could end up going higher throughout the week. All right. And this is on Tuesday because tomorrow is closed. So keep that one in mind as well. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it, guys. I'm still looking for the exact same counter trend that I was looking for on that day and that day. All right. Still the same exact thing. We still never got it. I still think it's going to happen. I want to see momentum cycle back up. And yeah, that is pretty much it. We could look at Mara. I told you guys, most perfect entry possible got hit. All right. On Thursday. It was amazing. All right. It was amazing. But just realize Mara is probably going to fall with the rest of the market. And I don't know what level that is going to stop at. I have no idea. All right. No idea. But technically speaking, all right, pretty dangerous. All right. It is pretty dang dangerous. We'll put on another zone here for where we are probably going to be bouncing. But yeah, no, Mara like very easily. And I mean, really, it would be, this is where you're going to be getting the action. This is where you got price action back in the day here. Which, when was this? Was this 2020? Yeah, 2020 October. So Wowza, man. Wowza. I remember those days. I remember riding those things up, dude. The market was absolutely crazy. 2020 and 2021, guys. We are going to have another market like that. And this time, I'm going to know how to play it. All right. I had no idea what I was doing when we had insane opportunity. Insane. Anything you could have bought. Anything. Everything was going crazy. All right. Let me just show you guys what happened during this time. All right. And holy Jesus, this was my TA a year, probably a year ago, before I really started reading books. All right, this was me trying to figure things out for myself. All right, and as you can see, look at that, dude. Look at that. I remember. Oh, holy crap, dude. I remember it was that, and it was skills. Oh, look at that, dude. Look at that. 50 cent skills. No. No, dude. I bought this. I remember I did that, and then I did that, and then I got wrecked. Holy Jesus, I remember this. But this is what I'm saying, guys. This channel is literally like showing the improvement. Yeah, skills is most likely never getting back up there again. It is a completely unprofitable company. All right, you have like the Crypto Zoo like gaming coin. All right, like you can like from Logan Paul that like everyone got scammed on or whatever because like it was a. You could watch the CoffeeZilla video in it. It was just a fight with the team or whatever, and everyone ended up losing in the end. But it's because the technology just doesn't exist. All right, you're not gonna play a freaking game that gives you money. All right, video games don't equal money. All right, unless you're competing in these video games or you are making content off of the video games. Video games do not equal money, guaranteed. I like video games. I also like money. I tell you, they are nowhere in the realm of they're nowhere in the same realm. Yeah, they're just not. All right, they're not. All right. But Skills was a company that the whole idea was you could play these games and make money off these games. And yeah, as you could see, yeah, they were an unprofitable tech company that just kind of fell through the floor. And that is exactly what happened with this whole Crypto Zoo Logan Paul coin of this crypto game. They don't work. All right. You can't make money off of video games. They don't work. All right. It doesn't happen. All right. There was this. But either way, guys, this is what happened going into 2021. We are going to have another market that is going to be doing this to absolutely everything. So, you know, damn right, guys, we are going to make an absolute killing in this market. All right. Like at this point, I mean, if I see like, even if there's all these microcap tickers popping off, I'm going to notice them. They're going to pop up on my radar at this point because I'm just watching everything in the market. Guaranteed we're getting a lot of these, guys. A lot of them we are going to be catching. All right. So stay tuned for those in the upcoming years, but guaranteed we're going to have one hell of a ride down before we have that ride up. All right. But yeah, that comes after our capitulation crash. I don't know whenever that's going to be. Maybe that's the thing we're going to happen this January. I don't know. Probably not, though. I don't think we're going to get any market crash. I think we are going to get a market crash at some point, but I do think we're going to have that one sick, nasty short squeeze before then. And then that is going to trick everybody back into this false sense of security. And then they're going to have one hell of a rug pull happen. And we're going to be able to do everything we did this year. Oh, well, not everything we did this year because I lost for the first half of the year. But everything we did since these videos started, probably 4 to 5 months ago, we will get another shot at doing that next year. All right. And for that, I am so freaking excited. I hope everybody here is excited. And I hope everybody honestly has one of these at their desk.
That was easy.
Because that thing is something that I will be saying very often. Or I'll be hitting that button very often. Yeah. All right, guys. So with that being said, everybody have a lovely Merry Christmas. And yeah, go hug a loved one. Have a lovely day. Peace.